Continuing with more fun customization options. This was a stock Easttop EAP Performer 16 Hohner, which, based on the 18 videos that are posted so far, we've customized quite a bit. And as part of the fun and games, I replaced the original cover set with these Hohner 280C solid brass nickel-plated covers. And why did I do that? These were the original covers. They give it a different tone. And so I'll give you a little sound test of this. Now this is Airtightened. This has been Airtightened, so it's not a stock harp. But that's the sound from these covers, which have kind of a little bit of bowing here, and they're a different material. But because it's been Airtightened, its tone is different than a stock one. And I'm kind of curious, before the Camerer KETTLEWELL Resonant Covers get here, because they're being made for it now, I kind of wanted to put the stock covers back on and just see, you know, what it sounds like, because I think they're so good looking. And I'm a sucker for the blue anodized, like on a Gregor Mare. And I'm just curious, you know. And I will say that I think that there is a misunderstanding in the harmonica world of how important the things that are on this harp to cover the reeds, which sometimes are normal covers and sometimes not, how they can impact the tone. An extreme comparison would be a P Sardo Elite or Gold Bar, where there's a series of 16 holes, like little flutes. Very creamy, beautiful tone. Pricey harp, but the tone's exquisite. In this instance, you've got a curvature up, which broadcasts the sound a little better. A little different material, but the material they're made from impacts the sound. The shaping impacts the sound. There's the sound to the player, and then there's the sound to the audience. And just like with saxophones, how the player feels about the sax and how the audience feels about the sax could be two different things. But, you know, I'm just mentioning that. So I'm someone who looks at covers as an acoustic device, not just to keep the hands from touching the reeds, but having acoustic properties. And let me show you something here real quickly. This is an invention that I came up with, and it's made and designed and built by Russ Camerer. You see, these are actual shapes which are like half the bell of a trumpet, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and they focus the sound. You get a richer tone, and you get more projection. It has more volume. Okay, well, those are on the way, but they're not here yet. But anyhow, so I'm just saying that would be another approach to the harmonica. No covers at all would be an interesting sound too, but you know, you're going to have real problems when you go to touch them. You're going to mess up your breath saver. So I'm just going to take this off and put the stock ones on. Now that it's been customized, I believe I might be satisfied with the covers. And so we always take our little screws and put them in there like that and like this. There has to be another screw here, and there is. Okay, now, very interesting. You'll notice that these stanchions, they're pretty hefty, and they're pressed into the reed plate. You're not going to get them out without deforming the plate. So that's out. Now, when I take a cover set off and store it, I always put the screws onto a piece of tape and tape them on those covers so they don't get lost. That's a good thing to be doing. And so why don't we do the same thing with the covers we just took off on these Hohners. Now those covers were from about a 40-year-old, 50-year-old Hohner, 280C, back when the covers were brass that were nickel plated. Let's see here. That was a kind of a thing from another era. And I'll just take these and put them right on here, and that will make sure that those screws are still there someday. All right. This goes like that, and this goes like this, and I have a light. Good. If I come up with one here from the bottom, that didn't go well. Why? Thought it was lined up. I guess not. Now let's make sure that this top cover is aligned perfectly to that hole. Now it is. Drop the screw in like this. Now those back off just a hair. It appears the alignment not correct on these. Try it again. This is not my favorite cover design. There we go. And we come here and here and here and here. Slide this down like this. This one goes in like that. If you find a lot of difficulty in getting the screws in, you can always drop down the bottom a little bit. In other words, you can let the bottom one loosen up a little bit so that you do get a proper start. Either they'll align properly or they won't. I lucked out. This doesn't always go well with this type of cover. All right, then you take a look and make sure the fit is correct, left to right, top and bottom. Okay. And we can come here. Not too snug. There's no reason to get crazy tight on this. And now we're back to the stock cover set. Okay. Let's see what we got sound-wise. Much better than it was stock because this harp is totally airtight. So how about we go over to the sound here and have a little bit of fun with it and see what we've got. So the answer is I'm kind of happy with these covers on this thing. I got no major problem. Coming over here. And let's see, I'm going to spin this around and over here so you can see me, but Let's try that. Is a little bit better. And we'll pop on our sound system, SM58. Let's see. See, air tightening allows you to have total control of vibrato. Because it is responding immediately to the breath. It was kind of airtight from factory, kind of airtight, but not as airtight as it is right now. So I kind of, geez, I'm kind of happy with this now. Now the resonant covers will make it even better, but let's see what we got here. Get some music. Here we go. I guess I don't really have anything loaded in the CD player. Sometimes your bends will fall apart right around there. I'm not unhappy with these covers. You know, nice sound. With the resonant covers, it'll be better. I also put a custom button on here, which I call the Big Fat Pig, because it's probably one of the largest buttons I ever made. I just, for fun, you know, why not?